This podcast is sponsored by NinjaBuzz.io. NinjaBuzz.io is a marketplace which lets advertisers and podcasters find each other in a matter of minutes. If you have a podcast or if you're considering advertising on a podcast, then go check out NinjaBuzz.io and check out the platform today. Good evening and welcome to another episode of Poor vs. Standard. Poor here. As always, we are not financial advisors and all opinions within this podcast or YouTube video, wherever you're watching us, entertainment purposes only, so don't sue us. Don't do it. And as you can see, if you're looking on YouTube, you can check out the background. This is not my house. I'm actually dog sitting for a friend, so they were kind enough to let me do my podcasting here. And it is Saturday, September 18th. And let's get into it, shall we? I hope everyone had a great week. And we are actually doing decently in the portfolio. As you can see if you're looking at YouTube, it says I was $23 down. I was actually up about $700 on Friday in this portfolio. And a lot of the reason for that is actually the Tattooed Chef. I sold some covered calls because we have 400 shares. So I sold some $20 covered calls about a week or so ago. Discussed that kind of thing with the patrons. And we sold them for around 40 cents, I think. And I bought them back for about 10 cents on the dollar. 10 cents total, I guess, not 10 cents on the dollar. It's dumb. So we made about $30 per contract, which, not bad. That's okay. And also, Smile Direct Club actually shot up huge. I mean, we bought a lot of things down at around the high fours, low fives. And actually, on Friday, it shot up to over $6. It was over $7. It was up like $7.50. And I actually looked. So if we take a look at the chart, you can see it was really high up. It was almost $7.50. And right around here, let's see if I have it up still. This is not the right thing. Let's go to Webull. Check it out. So there we go. 5 minute. Okay, so as you can see, right around here, I saw that it was way, way above the actual, RSI. I saw that the MACD was looking really, really high. And these actually this Bollinger Band thing that I have up on here is actually very helpful because you can see if we zoom in, when it comes up and out of it, it tends to like to come back into the little area that's exposed. And so when it was up here, I actually sold, if we take a look, one covered call for next week. And I sold it for almost $100, so $94, and it's currently worth only $56 because there was a massive retracement back down. And so by reading the technicals, reading the chart, I was able to capitalize on that because I have a couple hundred shares of that. And so you could have bought a put, but I sold the call because I have the shares to back it up. Buying the put would have been a more expensive way and a more risky way to essentially exercise the same idea. But yeah, that was what that was. And so through that, I made another extra $50 or so. It may go up over the next week, but I can sell out on Monday for a profit right now if I wanted. But between the shares going up in price, and we were actually pretty profitable on the day. Though we are still below 25K again. It's it's one of those things where it's just like, we keep hitting these markers. The idea is to hit new highs and then higher lows, not to go lower highs, lower lows, which seems to kind of be like we're in this like channel lock with the portfolio, sadly. But that's okay because a lot of these plays are longer term anymore. Like I got rid of a lot of short term stuff, except for those covered calls and things like that. We're going into leaps and that sort of stuff. And so for those of you that have been with me to the beginning, you'll know that we actually did a whole video on covered calls. So this is kind of a refresher course for you. So covered call, basically, you will have the 100 shares to back up selling a call for a certain price. So we sold a $7.50 call expiring September 24th, next Friday. And if it sells at if the price next Friday is at or above $7.50, then we are obligated to sell 100 shares to someone at $7.50 per share. So that's $750. We bought our 200 shares when it was like $490 for 100 shares. $4.90, somewhere in there. Okay, you can see our trade price was $5.09. My mistake. That's the average cost. We bought a couple shares when it was above that and a couple shares when it was below that. So average price was $5.09, so $509. So that would be close to a $250 profit or a 50% return in a couple weeks, which is not bad at all. And honestly, I would be happy to let them go for that because we would be making a 50% return in a couple weeks. However, I do believe that Smile Direct Club does have room to grow. You will hear a lot of YouTubers telling you that it's going to go, 40, 50, maybe. I can definitely see reasons for it to go up to 20. I don't know about this 50 stuff. I don't want to sell you a bill of goods. So conservatively, I can definitely see it going up to, 20. I don't know when. Buying a leap on it like we have here. We have a leap expiring in another 490 days. And it's a $5 leap, and we're actually up on it $180. So that's not bad. These are, plays that I discuss with the patrons and stuff. So you can check us out there. Links in the description. But yeah, this is definitely doing very well for us, and part of the reason that we were up so much on Friday. So I just wanted to give you a quick update on that as far as what we're doing there. The covered call, I wanted to make sure that those who haven't been with us since the beginning do know what that is. If you go to the very beginning of the podcast, you will hear both poor and standard discussing the different options and option strategies you can play. And I will be trying to release those out on YouTube with visuals to help. But bear with me while I do that because it is taking me some time to do all that. So that's kind of why these videos have gotten shorter, is because I'm working double time to get better content, more content to you. So I do apologize that I've been, only giving you about 10, 15-minute videos, that kind of thing. But I really want to make sure that you guys, have the right tools in your belt to make the market work for you, not the other way around. Because so often, so many people come in when things are hot and then they get slammed, hammered, and beaten to death with just loss after loss after loss. And so by doing it this way, I'm hoping that I can encourage people that even if you get beaten down, hopefully you've been following the lesson plans and hey, I still have money on the side. This stock is down. Nothing has changed fundamentally about the company. I would still like to buy it at this price. It's actually a better price than when I first started buying. So yeah, I'm all in. Let's do this. I have money on the side. Let's buy more. And then if it dips even further, I've done my due diligence on this company. I absolutely want more of it. So yes, it's this company I believe in, and you'll feel confident. And when you feel confident about your picks, you can hold through the downturns, and you won't have any problems with that. So hopefully we'll have those out in the next. I'll release little bits here, little bits there, little bits there. So hopefully I'll get the first segments out to you in the next month or so. But just bear with me while I'm doing that. And again, this is going to be a short one because I'm not in my house. I'm at my friend's house, dog sitting, and I don't want to, take too much time away from the reason I'm here. But he was nice enough to let me podcast from here, so I figured I'd get one out to you. And yeah, make sure to follow us on Twitter because I release the buying of options and things there when I do them. And if you have any questions, it's a real easy way to get us. So find us at vs_poor. All right. Looking into next week, a lot of people are discussing the fact that there's a crash coming. Whispers everywhere. Oh no, we're going to hit a crash. They say that all the time. I call bullshit. And they say that, oh yeah, well, Kathy Wood's selling out all her positions and things. So what? She rebalances her portfolio more often than, I don't know, what's something that happens often? The government screws up something. Doesn't matter who's in office. They're always screwing up stuff. So, yeah, it's really just, I mean, you're going to hear a lot of rumors about how things are going down, but if I had to guess, I'd say that this is the rumors and things that happen before a giant shoot up. And we can take a look at crypto too, just because I want to. And you'll see Bitcoin was down in the low 40s. It's up to 48. Ethereum was at 3,000. It was just under 3,000 for a little while. It's gained up a little ground. We're sitting at 3,400. And then Cardano is actually down the lowest of all the three. Currently at roughly $2.36. And I did buy more. Not too long ago either. So, yeah, definitely check out Cardano. I think it's a great price right now. Anything under 250, and this is pretty decently under 250. And I have a feeling that you're going to see that shoot up pretty well. But again, this isn't financial advice, so do what you want. But yeah, so everything looks green, even though I can tell you that it's kind of down over the week. Like we were, if you take a look back at the last few days, there's the 1 day candles. Yeah. So we were up beyond, we were like 53,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days ago. So we're still down like 5,000 from that. It is what it is. You will see it come back up above 50. I'm not worried about it. The overall trend is still upward. So that's good. But yeah, that's what I got for you there. Crypto, and if there's any stocks you guys want covered, I'm going to try and start doing some deep delves again, but just be warned that when I'm doing the deep delves, it's not necessarily that I'm buying them or anything like that, because if you buy too many stocks, you're going to start replicating the market up or down, and I want to get more than that 8%. I want that, 20-30% a year. So that's what I would do, is I would select a few of these picks and do it that way, even though all of them will hopefully, enlighten you to do your own DD on the company. I want to make sure that you have the tools to do that more than I want to give you the stock picks. So hopefully that's what you're here for. But I am happy to go over any stocks that you guys want to talk about. So feel free to just, drop a line at poorvstandard@gmail.com or at vs_poor and ask. Or the patrons, you have a direct line to me as well. So, and I will definitely answer yours first privately, and then we can go over it like this. So, all right. With that, thank you much. As always, trade well, be safe.